So we're just taking the model, basically simulating different scenarios where you would be checking for the stability of the crane under different circumstances.
Yeah.
So the first one is when you are basically for grade. And we've got, that's why we have the ramp to basically indicate how the machine reacts on grades. So the first exercise involves placing the reach stacker sideways on the ramp, like it is, figure 1. Center the boom in front of the machine and boom in as far as possible. So it is the best angle right now. Boomed in. Ensure that no containers are attached to the spreader. So in this position, is the reach stacker stable? Okay, all right. Why is it stable?
Because everything, the boom's in, separate spreads all the way in. It's in nothing touch us,
Yeah.
but tip it over left or right or left.
Yeah, so basically,
So
it's within its stability,
Stability.
the stability triangle.
Yeah.
There's nothing outside the stability triangle, so the machine, nothing is going to cause the machine to go off balance. Perfect. Okay, so the second, we're going to turn the model so the boom's pointing towards the higher side of the ramp. We're assuming it has brakes. I have to hold it because it doesn't. And you're going to extend the boom out. Actually, it might be easier to hold it this way. I'll extend the boom out as far as possible. Nice. And you would, okay, yes. And this is, so it's still all, it's lowered and it's boomed out all the way. So we're assuming there's a brake here.
Yeah.
Is the machine stable in this position?
Yeah.
It's still, yeah, it's exactly.
Stable because this position is on it. It's all the way out. It's kind of have a little bit help with the top, with the front of the machine.
Yeah, it's pointing upwards.
To pointing all the way up. Yeah.
And how do you know it's stable?
Same thing, because everything's incorrect. Everything that's the right positions, the way to it be is stable.
Okay. And it's also, you know it's stable because it's not tipping over.
Not tipping over.
Yeah, it's still staying.
Yeah.
Right. Good. So the third exercise involves pointing the model towards the lower side of the ramp. And again, the boom is extended out as far as possible.
Stable.
Except it wants to roll. Is it still stable?
Yes, it is. Because it's not tipping over, so it's stable.
Okay, perfect. So it's still within the stability triangle. Okay, so we're still in this position for the next exercise, but we're going to add a 20-foot container to the spreader. Still fully extended. Okay, we're still boomed out all the way and lowered. And it's still facing down the ramp. Kind of hard to do. I'll have to bring it a little bit. Okay.
So,
Look,
hold it, it's tipping.
It's tipping, yes.
Yeah.
So
So
this,
it's not stable. If it's tipping, there's not.
Exactly.
It's not stable.
and what's the difference? The difference is the load has been
difference, the
attached
load's
to the front of the
attached.
machine. So the load on the front brings this machine, brings the center of gravity outside the stability triangle.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. And why do you know it? Because the machine's
It's
actually
not stable.
tipped.
Yeah, tipped over.
Keep the boom pointed towards the lower side of the ramp, and then you boom into the point at which the machine will stay stable. So if you see it wants to come off the ground, you start booming in. Still.
Still. He's all the way.
Oh, at this point it's still
So.
stable. It's not wanting to tip. Okay, so in terms of stability triangle, where's the center of gravity? Where would you think the center? So we've just reached the point where it's not tipping.
So.
Where would
this-
the center of
Maybe
gravity?
this is the center of the gravity.
The center of gravity is at the base.
Okay.
So when you reach the front tires, that's the limit of the stability. So once the stability goes, stability triangle
Right.
moves outside the front of the wheelbase, then you're going to have a tip situation. So basically right now, if it's retracted just to the point where it's going to be stable, the center of gravity is right at the front wheels.
Right in the front.
which is just teetering. Right, so all wheels, in terms of stability, where's the center of gravity? It's just all wheels
Under
just
the-
inside, yeah, the stability triangle. What kinds of things can you do in the yard to ensure your machine stays stable when working on a grade?
Make sure everything, depend, if you mean like, will you do work or you want to travel with nothing on?
When you're working in the yard in general, even if you have a load or nothing on the spreader, what do you do to stay within the stability triangle?
Yeah,
Is the way to
that's the way, just keep that,
just
yeah.
know your
Yeah.
limits, know the limits of your machine, and make sure that you stay within them.
Yeah.
Good. And we have a couple more exercises. Weight,